going on, everybody? It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Subscribe, thumbs up the video. I got some breaking NFL news for y'all. So your boy Colin Kaepernick is having a private workout in Atlanta arranged by the National Football League, and all NFL teams are invited. Now, this is big news because we haven't seen Colin Kaepernick in the NFL for a couple of years now. I think it's been about 3 or 4 years. Somebody let me know in the comment section. We haven't seen Kaepernick in the league since he ended up leaving the San Francisco 49ers. And I believe he had a chance to play another year there, but he decided to just walk away from the organization. He ended up being benched his last season on the 49ers. He was playing very bad, man. His throws were off. He didn't look good. Around the time he was on the vegan diet, lost a lot of weight. Seemed like he lost a lot of power in his arm, man, in his left arm, and he just wasn't playing good football. And obviously, he started kneeling during the national anthem to stand up for police brutality. A lot of people felt some type of way about that. Obviously Donald Trump. It seemed like once Donald Trump said, get that son of a bitch out the league or whatever, it seemed like once he said that, everybody just, all of the people that are Donald Trump supporters, they started doing the same thing, and it just was a lot of controversy. A lot of people believe that Kaepernick wasn't genuine, standing up for police brutality. A lot of people believe he only did that for attention because, he ended up being benched, and a lot of people felt like he was already on his way out of the NFL. I don't believe so. At the end of the day, a lot of people need to remember Colin Kaepernick went to the Super Bowl against the Seahawks. Yes, he did lose, but he's still a quarterback that took his team to the Super Bowl. And Colin Kaepernick has had some great years. He still has better numbers than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Okay, so my question is, why now? After being out of the NFL for about 3 or 4 years, how come all of a sudden the NFL is finally making an effort to get Colin Kaepernick on the team? Now, the first thing that comes to my mind is Jay-Z. Okay, we all know that Jay-Z signed a partnership between Roc Nation Sports and the NFL. And, Jay-Z is heavily involved in the halftime shows. And, Jay-Z was also asked a question about how does he feel about Kaepernick not being in the NFL after he signed that deal. And Jay-Z said, we already have moved past that. We understand what he stood up for. But Jay-Z was basically saying he didn't think that, Jay-Z was basically saying, look, we understand what Colin Kaepernick stood for, but let's move forward. Let's move in the forward direction, and let's try to really get some change done to make sure that we could take it a step further than Colin Kaepernick just kneeling for police brutality. Let's take it a step forward, and obviously it seems like Jay-Z has something planned, but why all of a sudden now is the NFL finally entertaining Colin Kaepernick making his return to the NFL? Now, it could be possible that Colin Kaepernick spoke with Roger Goodell. Maybe they had a conversation on the phone. Maybe Jay-Z was the person that got those two on the phone. Maybe they've already sat down in person and came to an agreement. But at the end of the day, what a lot of people need to understand is, even if Colin Kaepernick isn't back in the NFL, he took a settlement. I think a lot of people forget that. He took a settlement. If you really felt like the NFL was trying to sabotage your career by purposefully keeping you off a team, why did you take the settlement? Why didn't you just follow things through? Because if you were proven right that the NFL was trying to keep you out of the league, then you should have just felt things through and seen if you would have won the case. Because I think he had a very good case. I do believe that Colin Kaepernick was blackballed without a doubt. I do believe that the higher ups in the NFL had a conversation in a room and said, look, we don't want this guy in the NFL. He's causing too much controversy. We feel like he's disrespecting the flag, which is not true, okay? Because kneeling is not disrespecting the flag. That's bullshit. Kneeling is actually a sign of being patriotic, okay? Especially if you're kneeling for a good cause. And we all know that police brutality is a problem that needs to be fixed in America, okay? We know that's something that needs to be fixed. But I just think this is interesting, okay? Now, my personal opinion, do I think Colin Kaepernick is going to get on the team? No, I don't, okay? I just don't see it happening. I mean, after 3 years, 4 years, all of a sudden, we just hear this news about the teams having a private meeting and all teams are invited. Okay, just because all teams are invited doesn't mean anybody's going to show up. Okay, let's get that clear, man. Now, do I believe Colin Kaepernick is talented enough to be on the NFL team? Without a doubt. Without a doubt, okay? Without a doubt. If somebody like Sam Bradford and Ryan Fitzgerald can still be in the NFL, I most definitely think Colin Kaepernick could be on the team. It just has to be the right team where he could really, where he could really be effective. You know what I'm saying? I think the team he should go to is a team like the Baltimore Ravens, because he's already been coached by John Harbaugh. We see how John Harbaugh is doing a fabulous job with Lamar Jackson and RG3. And I feel like that would be the right spot to put Kaepernick on the Baltimore Ravens. Or he could go to a team like the Dolphins, because the Dolphins, they're just absolute garbage, man. I think anybody, I think Kaepernick most definitely could start over Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, the Dolphins have only won like one game this year. They look absolutely horrible. Okay, so I most definitely think Colin Kaepernick is talented enough to be on the NFL team, without a doubt. Okay, it's just the problem is we haven't seen him play on that level in the NFL in years. So who knows, man? He might be a little rusty when he comes back, and then that's normal. He's been out the league for years, man. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy Nation. Click that bell for notifications. I'm out this bitch.